The boogeyman doesn't live off in a faraway land, nor does he attack the ones who, quote, clearly deserve it. He instead stands in front of hundreds of people a week, preaching love and tolerance at the best of times, and telling you how you're going to hell at the worst of times. I am, of course, talking about priests who work for the Catholic Church. Many people in New Mexico have some kind of religious affiliation, and roughly 27% of New Mexicans are Catholic. With such a large portion of the population being Catholic, there is an abundance of prayer groups, church programs, and community outreach, and an astonishing amount of work being put into keeping sexual assault charges against clergy members under wraps. We often assume that these cases should be boiled down to nothing but the abundance of the dark-humored jokes in regards to priests and little boys, or to the far-off stories of people being caught doing the unthinkable to a child. While yes, both of these things do happen, it is far from the truth that they are the only reality. In 2022, roughly 400 sexual abuse survivors came together for a settlement of $121.5 million from the Archdiocese of Santa Fe. While this would have been an incredible victory, not only has the church not fully paid this amount, but they have started to ask judges to rule against some of the victims, trying to make their claims null and void so that they don't have to get paid out in the settlement. What they've decided to do instead is make a plaque for those who have been abused and to apparently acknowledge the history of abuse that has gone on within the church. From the words of a victim herself, she states, "It's better than nothing," in regards to the plaque. A plaque that was not only just supposed to be a part of the settlement that was made, but it was also one that was demanded by the victims of sexual abuse. There's a lot of choice words I have to say about this particular situation, but none of them are appropriate for this video. So instead, I'd like to go over a much more appropriate, much more effective, and much cheaper solution that, if I were in the position to do so, I would have done instead of the $121 million settlement. For roughly $4.2 million, each one of the victims could receive a year's worth of therapy. Now, if you've gone and done the math already, I'm sure you're probably rolling your eyes saying, well, somebody could have gone and gotten their own therapy with the nearly $250,000 that they would have received from the Catholic Church settlement. As we discussed before, though, not only is it not that simple to actually receive this money from the Catholic Church, but many of these people are well into their adulthood. People have bills, debts, burdens that they want to lift from their shoulders that they would be able to with this $250,000. And unfortunately, in the US, therapy is considered a luxury, not a necessity. And it is not something that a lot of people would even consider, especially those who are part of an older generation who are taught that therapy is unnecessary. To those who agree with those sentiments, I've taken the liberty of not only breaking down the cost of each individual person receiving therapy for a year, but also the monetary value that would come with it as far as people reducing their alcoholism due to the trauma, but also being able to get raises from their mental well-being increasing. Frankly, I'm a bit disappointed that I do have to put such an emphasis on monetary value for these things. But if I know one thing about humans, it's that many of us are money-driven, and if I want to get a point across, I have to be able to show the monetary value that comes along with something that isn't monetary. But I digress. Therapy is a beautiful thing, something that is backed with mountains of evidence for its benefits. And not only would it bring healing to the victims, and show real accountability from the Catholic Church, as they would have to put a lot of time and effort into finding therapists and providing the finances for the therapy sessions. But it could potentially bring back faith, pun intended, into the hearts of those who no longer have it in the Catholic Church. Even if it doesn't, however, it is so much more than empty promises and a metal plaque in front of a building. It's an opportunity for the Catholic Church to be better and grow with our ever-changing world. While it ultimately rests on the shoulders of the Church to actually put this into action, we as a society have the power to change how sexual abuse is handled within the Church, and we can make an impact that is so much more than what is being done right now.